Good evening and welcome to TVB News. A group of doctors on Monday said that Hong Kong sees a rise in the number of flu and COVID cases. The Hong Kong Medical Association urged adult residents to receive relevant vaccination promptly to reduce the risk of infection. Mu Singai reports.
Hong Kong has entered the summer influenza season, while the number of recorded COVID cases continues to increase, reaching 477 as of early July. Speaking to the media on Monday, the Hong Kong Medical Association said that residents should conduct a rapid antigen test when they feel unwell, especially if they have elderly members or children at home. The association urged individuals who require COVID jabs to make an appointment under the government vaccination program as soon as possible, as free vaccines will be temporarily unavailable, while the arrival of a new batch of vaccines will not take place until the fourth quarter of this year.
The vaccine fatigue is a true issue to most of the patients and the populations. But if we can explain it, I mean, I guess if the patients come to the trusted doctors, they will be able to get more information and reassured that it is safe and it is okay to get vaccinated.
Apart from COVID and influenza vaccination, the medical organization advises the public to receive other common jabs to protect them against disease, such as RSV, shingles, and HPV. In addition to the situation in Hong Kong, the doctors say the public should be careful if they plan to go overseas. The association also reminds residents to take notice of the climate before traveling abroad, because weather conditions can affect the virus activity levels. Numbers 9. TVB News.
Ahead of the announcement of DSE results Wednesday, the University of Hong Kong introduces new programs and shares adjustments made to its intake strategy amid an increase in JUPAS applicants this academic year. Hiba Khan reports.
Professor Bennett Yim, Director of Undergraduate Admissions and International Student Exchange of Hong Kong University, says the university had always reserved more than 60% of its admissions quota for JUPAS students. This year, however, there are approximately 58,000 HKDSE candidates, about 5% more than last year, increasing competition for admission. In light of this, HKU will allocate more places to the JUPAS pool, admitting around 3,000 students. This is excluding students admitted through the School Nominations Direct Admission Scheme, which is part of the non-JUPAS quota.
This year, we have received 256 nominations from school, and we have admitted 115 students. The acceptance rate is about 45%. And 100% of all those students who received the offer have accepted our offer.
New programs include computing and data science under the Delta Plus scheme and the Distinguished Med Scholar scheme for Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. For the former, students will be spending 2.5 years at HKU and complete the rest of their degree at the university's Shanghai campus. As for the latter, students will have the opportunity to complete a second degree within the 6-year study period. The university is setting aside $80 million in entrance scholarships for students with outstanding academic merit. The highest-scoring HKDSE student from every faculty will be awarded the title of President Scholar and receive up to $1 million. 100% of JUPAS students admitted into HKU last school year placed the university at their top Band A choices. Professor Bennett Yim advises students this year to do the same to increase their chances of getting into the university. Hiba Khan, TVB News.
Starting October, the government will launch a pilot scheme aiming to encourage comprehensive Social Security assistance recipients to return to work. Under the 3-year program supported by the Community Care Fund, CSSA recipients who secure a job can receive cash incentives of up to $45,000.
To encourage employable CSSA recipients to remain in or return to the workforce, the government will introduce the 3-year pilot scheme. Under the program, those who quit CSSA benefits and applied for the Working Family Allowance will be eligible for cash rewards if they remain in employment. To qualify, they must receive the allowance for 2 consecutive payment cycles and be approved for the allowance in at least 10 of 12 months. They will receive $10,000 in the first year and $45,000 cumulatively over 3 years. For a family of 4 receiving CSSA support, they receive a monthly handout of nearly $20,000. If the same family apply for monthly working family subsidies instead, assuming the parents work a total of over 192 hours a month and earn a monthly income of $25,000, they can receive slightly more than $4,800 in handouts. Lawmaker Peter Douglas Koo says the first-year incentive of $10,000 may not be attractive enough, as leaving the comfort zone of being a CSSA beneficiary is not easy. Silei Shan, Deputy Director of Society for Community Organizations, says going back to work comes with extra costs, including transport, work clothes, and training courses. She believes financial support as such can make returning to work more appealing. But she says the working family allowance is now tied to working hour requirements, which can be difficult for some applicants to meet. With that, Xi urges the government to relax eligibility criteria and also include a mechanism in the pilot scheme to allow participants to return to the CSSA safety net if the needs arise.
A tropical depression may be developing in the North and South China Sea. The Hong Kong Observatory may issue a standby signal number 1 between tonight and early tomorrow morning, depending on changing weather conditions. Timothy Lee tells us more.
Hong Kong has been baking in blistering heat over the past several days as the city entered into the summer period. Several areas in Hong Kong recorded temperatures above 33 degrees Celsius, with the higher temperatures recorded in Shengshui at 35.1 degrees, while the mercury hit 34 degrees at both Yunlong Park and Chalakok. A trough of low pressure continues to develop in the northern South China Sea and is on track to reach the Guangdong coastline. Weather authorities believe it may develop into a tropical depression that reaches Hong Kong as early as tomorrow morning. It is forecasted to skirt within 100 kilometers of the city. This as the observatory assess weather conditions between tonight and the early hours of tomorrow before deciding to issue the standby signal number 1. Weather authorities also predict heavy thunderstorms and strong gusts on Tuesday, adding they may have to issue rainstorm warning signals with a local heavy rain advisory. The downpours are also expected to continue in various parts of the city on Wednesday, during which tens of thousands of candidates of the Hong Kong Diploma of Secondary Education examination are set to receive their exam results. Addressing the weather's effects on the release of the results, the Hong Kong Examinations and Assessment Authority reminds candidates the release will not be delayed unless the observatory issues a black rainstorm warning signal or the city experiences other extreme weather conditions by 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Timothy Lee, TVB News.
Director of Housing Charmaine Lee says authorities plan to roll out new measures to increase the unit sizes of public housing projects and government-subsidized flats completed in year 2031-32 or later. Under the proposal, the unit's internal floor area will increase by around 10%. The proportion of flats with large sizes among government housing will be adjusted upwards. Starting the next fiscal year, the government plans to stipulate a minimum flat size requirement for newly built subsidized housing as well as public rental flats intended for singletons or households with 2 tenants, set at a saleable area of no less than 26 square meters. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.